Hello, my name's Annie Sloss. I'm an arts-based psychotherapist, trauma-informed psychotherapist based in Melbourne, Australia, and welcome to the first episode of my YouTube channel, the purpose of which is to help you to be safe and to enjoy and to utilise arts-based methods in your therapeutic practice. The channel is for anybody, not just arts therapists. There will be plenty of ideas coming along in the following months to support any kind of clinician at all in using arts-based methods safely in their practice. Today's question comes to me from one of my students from during the week, and her question was how to use arts-based methods when a client comes into the room already very dysregulated or triggered. And one of the things that I've been really enjoying doing lately is two-handed scribble drawings. So I find that when a person is dysregulated and they've got a lot to hold, if I can give them a really big page and invite them to take a crayon or some pastels in both hands, whilst I hold the page for them, and I just get them to scribble and scribble and scribble and scribble and scribble and scribble. And my instruction is to not make anything, to just scribble and to fill up all of the page. What I find with this is that my warmth and presence and acceptance and holding of the page while they make the marks really helps them to bring a warm, present, accepting presence to their own emotions. Your client will probably need encouragement to keep going, so I'll encourage clients to make as many of these representations as they feel to, and that might mean layer upon layer on one piece of paper, or it might mean that the client uses many pieces of paper. Each time I'll invite them, do you feel like you're finished, or would you like to continue? And I'll hold the page for them to do yet another representation. So this method doesn't only work with individual clients, it can also be very successful with couples coming into the room for couples counselling. If they are in a state of dysregulation or in the middle of a dispute, in that instance I would get them to one partner hold the page while the other scribbles, and then on the same page the second partner will scribble whilst the first partner holds the page, and they can go back and forth silently like this, expressing emotion until the heat of the emotions have passed and we continue with the session. And finally, I'd like to say that I myself use it as a way of debriefing after a particularly intense session. If I find that I'm holding people's emotions in my body, or if there's been something that's been very moving for me in a session, then I'll quickly rush out a bit of two-handed scribbling at the end of the session. It'll only take me as many minutes as I've got, sometimes just 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll pop it up on the shelf, and sometimes I'll return to it after the next client. And then at the end of the day, it's pretty interesting to look at the scribbles that you've created from a day of your clinical practice. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you'll sign up for my YouTube channel. Please feel free to leave me any questions that you'd like to be addressed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.